A 1099K tsunami is coming. Article from Walter's Coworker and H&R Block Guys. Let's bring it to life and help as many Americans as possible from this disaster created by the politicians in 2021, but was delayed due to overwhelming and the IRS not being ready. Also understaffed. Let's continue, guys. Tax pros, third-party settlement organizations, and e-commerce platforms, including eBay, PayPal, Etsy, Cash App, and Venmo, and individuals and small businesses that use those platforms to sell their products and services, celebrated today. The Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, announced a delay in the new 1099K reporting threshold enacted by Congress as part of the American Rescue Plan of 2021, the ARPA. As part of the act, the 1099K reporting was reduced from $20K to now $600. This change was originally scheduled to take effect in 2022 and would have affected platforms, businesses, and individuals this coming tax season. Form 1099K has been around for a while, but it's received more attention recently because of the recent rule change. With the change, it was expected that many more people would get this form in 2023. However, the IRS announced on December 23rd, 2022, the new rule will be delayed for the 2022 year, but will be enforced in the next tax season in the 2023 year.
What? Oh my God!
So now that we're up to par with the delay, what does this mean? And what applies for 2022 taxes filed in 2023? In general, the rules for sending the form 1099K for the tax year 2022 will apply as they did for the tax year of 2021. According to the IRS announcement, some people will still receive form 1099K for tax year 2022 early in 2023, based on the previous rules. With the delay of the rule, not as many people will be affected as expected this year. The delay was only for 1 year, so the $600 threshold rule is in effect for tax year 2023. But the delay also allowed the IRS to provide additional instructions so people are less likely to receive a form for personal transaction, money from friends for rent, and ride shares, etc. These are supposedly exempt, but please consult a professional because this will come as a burden on your finances and impact you. The bottom line, if you receive payments for goods and services in 2023 from a third-party app, it's a good idea to save your receipts and to specify all your transactions. So guys, the how to go about this situation is going to be on the websites that I'm currently using to bring this article to life. Will always be in the description below. So for now, let's go live and in action to get different perspectives, solutions, and action for us to keep thriving forward. Editors, roll clip, fair use.
Oh, damn. Emotional, damn it. Come on now, dog.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Ain't that right? He ain't lying.
Wake Up Charlotte's Megan Bragg is breaking down why in this morning's Verify.
Several big names came to Charlotte this year during their concert tours, and you might have made a pretty penny from reselling tickets. But this year, you may have to give Uncle Sam some of that money back. The question, if you sell something for more than $600 on an e-commerce site, will you get a 1099K form? Let's verify. Our sources, Mark Stieber, Tax Information Officer for Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, the IRS, and several e-commerce sites. According to the IRS, last year, a new law went into effect that now requires sales completed on e-commerce platforms to report to the IRS if they make more than $600.
If it's more than $600, you're going to get a 1099K from the platform.
Several e-commerce sites say they will send a 1099K form to the seller. Stieber says, remember that all income earned is taxable unless it's specifically under the tax code like life insurance and gifts.
Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. I have got great news, excellent news actually, to be honest with you. And this truly tells the power of social media, something that's going on. The IRS is absolutely backpedaling in a move that they made in January of 2022. And I did a video about a few days prior, almost literally a year to the date from today that this video is going out, a warning video that the IRS was watching you and you were going to be put into a very hard position when it comes to third-party payment apps like PayPal, Vimeo, all of those different pay apps. No matter what kind of pay app you're thinking of, because tons of people are going to say, does it include this one or does it include that one? If it is in America, it is located in America and they have to pay US taxes, it includes them. And that rule was that anybody accepting $600 or more in a calendar year, and it started this last January, was going to face scrutiny through the IRS because the PayPal or the Venmos, Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever it is, they were going to be forced to send a 1099 to you and one to the IRS. And that was going to put literally millions of people, millions of Americans in a very serious situation, because then they would have to go before the IRS. And if they didn't claim that as income or prove that it wasn't income, that they weren't doing it to make money, they were going to be in some serious issues.
If you use pay apps like Venmo for business, there are some changes to a recent updated tax form.
The IRS has delayed the 1099-K tax form. 12 News consumer investigator Sarah Granelli is here to break it all down. Sarah?
Mike Kim, the IRS commissioner, said that the pause is to help smooth the transition of reporting the updated 1099-K tax form in 2024. There's some relief this upcoming tax season for those who do business on cash apps like Venmo, since the IRS announced changes to the 1099-K form. Changes to the 1099-K form were baked into the American Rescue Act of 2021. That was supposed to take effect this tax season. The threshold for the 1099-K tax form was dropped significantly. Anyone who made more than $600 in business transactions was supposed to be getting this form. Instead, the IRS says the third-party platforms will use last year's threshold. And it is important to note that the 1099-K tax form is not supposed to track personal transactions like sharing a meal.
I want to warn you about this. I'm talking about the new $600 IRS rule. It's being implemented this year in 2023. Up to 40 million Americans are going to be impacted, but most people, they just don't know it yet. The tax documents, they're going to be sent out in January, and it's going to catch a lot of people by surprise. So as a refresher, if you've been using PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, you're going to want to make sure that you understand the situation. If you receive $600 or more of qualifying transactions through a third-party payment processor, such as the ones that I just told you, then the IRS will get involved. You're going to receive a tax document. It's called a 1099-K. So here's what changed. It used to be a $20,000 threshold, but now they dropped it down to a $600 threshold. Now, let's address the problems. And there's going to be so many problems, but I'll just point out the most relevant one, the most common ones that will happen. So the first one is, I guarantee this is going to happen. So many innocent Americans, so many innocent taxpayers are going to get hurt. Well, the IRS is going to say that that's your problem, and you know what? You're guilty until you're proven innocent. That's how it works. And if you think that sounds unfair, if that's unreasonable, that's just the way it is. That's how the system works. You are guilty until you can prove yourself innocent. I'm sure that there's people that are watching that have been through an IRS audit, some IRS audit victims. They will confirm in the comments down below. This is how it works. That's the system. That's how it is. So for example, when you send money through PayPal, PayPal is going to ask you to identify what this money is being sent for. Is this for a gift or is this for goods and services? So make sure that you pick the appropriate one. So I want to give you some workarounds. I'm just trying to help you. First, you could always use the loopholes. So this is not illegal. You're just using a different payment form, a different payment method. So for example, if you have a garage sale and the buyer wants to pay you through PayPal or Venmo or Cash App, instead, you can ask for cash, you can ask for crypto or Zelle. So Chase QuickPay or Zelle is not considered a third-party transaction processor, and that will not trigger a 1099-K. I want to read you this official statement from Zelle. Zelle payments are not subject to this law because Zelle facilitates messaging between financial institutions but does not hold accounts or handle settlement of funds. So ultimately, Zelle does not fit the definition of a third-party payment processor. Therefore, Zelle is exempt from these IRS reporting requirements. So Zelle is not going to report these transactions to the IRS, and the 1099-K will not be issued.
Hey guys, it's Jose, your regular Joe Blow again, keeping an eye out and my ears open. And let me tell you, every day is a blessing. And guys, don't sleep on this 1099-K. To the times that we are living in, and these third-party apps that will trigger a 1099-K form. Not listed is Zelle, due to the fact that they just pass the money from bank to bank and they don't settle the cash, so they are not considered in the 1099K category. Second, guys, the sender should always note and specify what the money is for. Thank you guys for always letting me do my best to bring you my best. I'll continue to work forward. Stay free.
It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail.